So it is currently 3:13 in the morning, and we are going to start recording this video. Basically, the title of this video, I think, is just going to be Tom reviews his own album, and basically, this is a video essay of me just analyzing my own album. Basically, kind of determining for myself what was good, what was bad, and in the end, this is just a marketing scheme to get people to listen to my album and kind of force them to formulate their own opinions on it. But I guess want to put into words what actually kind of went into the processes of actually making it and everything like that. So basically, I'm just gonna go through it song by song in order and just kind of review over what I like, what I don't like. So it's been a hot minute, but we're whipping out the glasses just for the intellectual look. And so the first track on the album is called Beautiful. And Beautiful is probably the cleanest, I think, sounding song on the album. I think Beautiful has the lyrics that I am most proud about, which are dry eyes, a dark screen, clearing my browser history. It's just like a cool thing, you know? Like I've never been so excited like writing a line before, because it was like, holy cow, like I'm like. The second song in the project is Friends I Don't Deserve. Friends I Don't Deserve has existed for about 3 years. The guitar part came exactly with the lyrics, and I think the thing I'm most proud about with the lyrics in that song is just the level of imagery. I don't know. I was able to like describe a scene. I literally see it happening as the song goes along, which is nice. I didn't record it as well as I wanted to, and what you kind of have to keep in mind is that the entirety of Creature was recorded on the microphone of earbuds, and so there's a lot of peaking, there's a lot of distortion because of that. So that song, while there is a lot of stuff obviously that I would have wished to do more, I think it was just so fun to make, just because I was able to experiment with it a lot more, like in the process of making it. The third track on Creature is American Daydream. And American Daydream is the oldest song out of all of the songs on Creature. That one is actually it's gonna come up on being like 4 years old. American Daydream comes from a song that I wrote in the past, and I repurposed it into American Daydream. The original song was Did It Hurt When You Fell From Heaven? Yeah. The idea of having like chords kind of slowly play throughout, that was actually an extremely last minute idea, and I'm happy that I came up with that idea instead of what I had before, where it was like there was a high guitar and it was like looped throughout the song, but it just sounded dumb. Like, I don't know, there's just stuff that sounds dumb every once in a while, and that was a song where I ran into a lot of roadblocks. So I have a super big issue with that song, in the sense that there is a chord in there where there's the guitar part mimicking my voice, right, or playing along with it, and then there's the long drawn out chords. And in the second verse, those two parts play together and they make a super complicated, noisy chord. And it plays out like... And so I'm still kind of trying to decide for myself if I really like that chord, or if I should have left it out, you know. It resolves in the end, sort of, in terms of like it ends on a satisfying chord, but just that, I don't know, it just sounds so busy to me. The fourth song on Creature is Darling. Now, Darling is the most popular song because the first song that I put out, I released it as a single initially, and so a lot of people just knew the words and everything like that. They're just more familiar with it and stuff like that. Within the second verse, there's a lot more exasperation in my voice. Is what it kind of sounds like, and I like that a lot. Like I liked how it sounded, of just kind of like not necessarily desperation, but it's definitely like an emotional part of the song. The only thing I would change is that for some reason the bass end, like this, I put a sub under every single one of the songs, and for that one it seems to like phase in and out a lot. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's something that I did with the EQ or something like that, but like it wobbles a lot. It's not as consistent throughout the song as other songs. The concept of Darling was very cool because it's the first time I've ever given myself a prompt for a song. Before I wrote Darling, or in order to write Darling, what I basically said was I need to write a song where I answer the question, what is heaven? And so it took me about a week to come up with the answer, which is heaven is the backseat of a car. And so it was really cool to be able to write a prompt for myself, ask myself a question, and require myself to give an answer. And I think the answer I gave was really good. And that's all I have to say about that. Now, the fifth and last track on Creature is This Song Hurts to Sing. And it is by far the saddest, just most depressing, just like darkest song I've put out. It sounds really pretty. Like I love all of the guitar parts that I kind of wrote for that. After the first chorus, for example, there's that kind of guitar solo that's super simple, but like the way that it works with the other guitar part that's just supporting the entire song, it just works very well with it. And I always listen to it over and over again because it's I don't know, I like what I made. I've never really set out to make a song that is like heart-wrenching, and that's the first time that I've ever done that. And making it was extremely hard because I had to be like super. There's a lot of honesty that had to kind of come in. Honestly, it's a scary experience making a vulnerable song. There are times when you kind of ask yourself if you're being too honest or if you're being too upfront about it. But I think the end result that I had with This Song Hurts to Sing is just a very nice conveying of emotion. But the idea of dying, right, and having people come and celebrate your life and obviously mourn you, and to specifically basically set out and tell someone specifically don't come to that. Like that has a lot of potential to hurt that individual that's targeted at, and there's also hurt that happens within yourself. So in a sense, this song hurts to sing, but it also hurts to listen to at the same time if you're on the receiving end of it. So in conclusion, Creature is by no means a perfect work. That's why I don't call it an album. I don't call it an EP. It's just a project. It's just a compilation of stuff. I have had a bunch of ideas in my head for a really long time, and Creature was just the most immediate way for me to put that out there in a physical form for people to listen to immediately. I'm probably never gonna make a project as sad as Creature ever was, just because it's depressing. Like it's depressing to listen to. Like if you there's times like when I can't listen to my own songs just because I don't want to ruin the mood for myself or something like that. So moving forward, like I definitely want to put out more like not positive stuff or like wholesome stuff, but things that I identify with more. I identify with more positively tone songs than I do negatively, at least in the sense of the songs that I make. But I'm not stopping anytime soon, and it's an exciting process. And so, yeah, I don't know how to end the video, so we're just gonna like